A group of First Nations people got together and they took the medicine wheel and they said, let's look at every aspect of the medicine wheel, the spiritual, the emotional, the physical, and the mental aspects, and came up with a whole list of all kinds of things that an organization should have in place to be the best. And we talked to the Canadian Council for Health Services Accreditation and we said, can we put all of these ideas in the standards to ensure that the standards are reflective of First Nations philosophy, beliefs, and values?
We've already asked permission of our clients to step inside while they're...
Accreditation is a process of quality improvement in all aspects of the organization, using a set of standards developed with the input of First Nations and Inuit people, reflecting their perspective. Accredited organizations gain a lot of credibility, and that's very valuable for First Nations and Inuit organizations because these standards are accepted across the country.
This is so important in our community.
It's also important that senior management and the governance or board of directors truly support accreditation and steer the process throughout. They need to communicate the key reasons why accreditation is important. They need to get everyone enthusiastic and ready to go.
You guys here for the accreditation meeting?
Yep.
It takes champions or people who believe in the process to help keep everybody motivated.
We always know when we start out on a path that we're going to be different when we get to the end of it. We do grow in that process, in relationship with each other on an intensely focused basis. We're examining ourselves, our practices, the practices of the people that we work with.
Accreditation is not a process of pass or fail.
Our playground area, it's our sweat lodge back there.
Surveyors are not coming in to judge an organization. It's a process of learning and growing. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to be willing to grow and to take an honest look at yourself. The surveyors bring in their expertise because they belong to organizations with similar services.
We enjoyed our surveyors because everyone was an equal, that they're doing the same thing in their communities that we're doing in ours, whether it's a nurse or administrator. They were able to share with us all of the best practices from across the country and all the First Nations and Inuit communities.
You have a very important role here.
First Nations humility. We're overcoming that good enough syndrome and finding that our standards are at international standards of excellence, just as the accreditation process affirms.
I feel so alone in my
You're going to see as much silliness and laughing as you will serious focus. And we really enjoy that part about being First Nations. And we know that this is good medicine. You know, this laughter and this joy that we feel in each other's company.
On the last day of the survey, this feedback session gives everyone a good idea of the key strengths the surveyors have observed and the key recommendations they will include in their written report. The feedback session brings the survey to a close.
As the surveyors gave them feedback, they said, well, really, you guys are doing a good job here. Feel good about yourselves. Congratulate yourself. Accreditation is an ongoing process. It's a cycle, so that after you get your report back, then you're looking at how you feed that information back into the organization to continue to improve. Quality improvement.
It involves all of us, the physical work that we do, as well as the heart that we have for the work that we do, to bring our love and our empathy and our caring about our community. And it also feeds our spirit as well as the spirit of our community members that we serve, because having the confidence to excel is balanced by our spiritual sharing. And that's why we became health care providers, is that sharing.
Family and community is what First Nations people are all about. Accreditation is a process of quality improvement in all aspects of the organization. The quality of services for clients and community. That's what the journey is all about.